So glad you could join us tonight. We're having a treat tonight. We're going to have seafood. Fred and I both love seafood. We don't fix it very often, partly because of the price, but we do fix it, cook it as often as we can. So tonight, Fred had a coupon, and he got some shrimp, and I had some oysters in the freezer, so we're going to have those. But before that, and that's for another video, I'm going to make some sauces to go with seafood. Someone asked me about cocktail sauce, and I'm going to make a little cocktail sauce, and then I'm going to make tartar sauce. And I have made a video with tartar sauce before, but this is just a little bit different. So I'm going to show you again. When I made it before, I was making mayonnaise and I turned it into tartar sauce. But it's just a little bit different if you're just making tartar sauce. Not much, a little. I thought I'd show you. So we're going to do that. Before I do, I want to take just a moment to thank folks. Our YouTube channel has taken off in the 6 weeks that we've been here. And that is to a great degree because of the wonderful groups on Facebook that we have that support the channel. One of them, and I'll show you, I have my special apron on, is Cooking from Scratch on Debbie's Back Porch. And this is our cooking group. It's all original recipes. Folks cook it themselves and post photos and directions, and will help you answer questions if they've posted something you want. And thank you especially to the folks who then take my videos and make the food that I have videoed and show it to the group and tell them how it went. So what we get for you through that Facebook group and through our videos are tried and true recipes. I am not a chef. I know there are some folks on Facebook who call them chefs, and by that standard I could, because a chef is really just somebody who's paid to cook. But I don't. I'm just a mom and a grandmom and a great-grandmom, and these are foods that I've cooked for my family. And now that Fred and I are retired, these are foods we cook often for ourselves, because we try to eat a really balanced diet here in our retirement. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to make cocktail sauce and tartar sauce, and later on in another video I'll show you about fried seafood. Thanks. Great. So we're going to make first my version of cocktail sauce, basically for shrimp. I have here a ½ cup of ketchup. I do make my own ketchup. This particular ketchup is organic ketchup I bought at the store. This is a ¼ cup of creamy horseradish. You may use the rougher. This is very creamy, and this is what I have. But generally, cocktail sauce is made with prepared horseradish. You can prepare your own. It would be wonderful. I just don't have any. I have here red pepper flakes and a lemon. So these are the ingredients, plus a little salt if you want some. And it's really simple. You don't even have to get your blender out. I'm going to make it directly in the jar I'm going to keep it in. So there's the ketchup, ½ cup. Here's the creamy horseradish, ¼ cup. And, you know, a lot of this is to your taste. Some folks want more horseradish than that. And of course the creamy horseradish doesn't give you that bumpy texture that you're used to seeing in cocktail sauce that you buy. And I'm going to squeeze in ¼ of a lemon. And if you don't have a fresh lemon, you can use a tablespoonful of lemon juice. And you could even put in some of the lemon zest if you like. And at this point, my recipe is just a little bit different. Most folks at this point put in some cayenne hot sauce. I am going to put in a scant teaspoonful of red pepper flakes because I don't like cayenne pepper sauce and I do like red pepper flakes. But you should know that the recipe calls for cayenne hot sauce. Just a dash. Now, this doesn't look the red that you usually see when you buy cocktail sauce because I use the creamy horseradish. But you can taste it at this point. And it's pretty darn yummy. And it has a nice little bite. So this will be our shrimp sauce. Next, I have made for you tartar sauce before. I'm going to make this just a little bit different. Because we are making this for tartar sauce. When I did it for you before, I made mayonnaise. And then I turned it into tartar sauce. But because we know this is going to be tartar sauce, I'm going to make it a little bit different. So we start with 2 eggs. This is a pint, a wide mouth pint jar. Break 2 eggs. I always break them separately to make sure that they're good. I have here 1 cup of oil. Now generally after this, if I were making mayonnaise, I would put in some lemon juice and some salt. I'm not going to do that because I'm making tartar sauce. And I know that it's going to be tartar sauce. And I'm going to put in some of the brine instead of the vinegar. Instead of the lemon juice and the salt. I'm going to put in a tablespoonful, maybe a little more, about a tablespoonful of the pickle brine, which will have that wonderful dill taste. And it's a very, excuse me, a very salty brine. And I'm going to take out 3 or 4 of my homemade lime pickles. You can use any pickles you like. You can even use pickle relish if you want to. I'm going to cut them just a little bit because we're going to blend this and it'll cut them up. But I want to cut them a little bit because I don't want to blend the sauce itself too long. Whoops. I plopped. I've got a pepper flake. Believe me, it has a little bite. Okay. Now we have 2 eggs, 1 cup of oil, tablespoonful of pickle brine, and some pickles. This is my immersion blender. I'm going to hit it a couple times on the bottom to get those pickles. And tablespoon, we have tartar sauce. Now this is not very thick. I'm going to refrigerate it. It will get thick. And it is tartar sauce. I'm going to get some more. We'll put this in the refrigerator. We'll let it chill. It will firm up. It'll look just like any tartar sauce that you've ever had, and it's going to taste wonderful. And that's how easy it is. This is made with raw eggs. It must be refrigerated. Don't keep it longer than a week. We eat a good bit of it, but I may end up losing some of this because we don't eat that much. But I did want to show you how to make it. So that's tartar sauce and cocktail sauce, and we're going to be working on seafood in another video. Thank you for joining us.